Can you really win a government contract in 90 days? And more topics here on tonight's Kizzy Shopping Network. In case some of you are new, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks, and you're like, who is that beauty in yellow today? My name is Dr. Kizzy Parks, and I've been awarded well over $50 million in federal government contracts. And I'm here to bring to you, and hello, Chris Hill, amazing product services, and of course, information that will help all of you out there who are trying to find, bid, and win profitable government contracts. So let me just get into the offer this evening. The offer this evening is an executive ticket, checking out everything, checking all my notes for the upcoming Close Contracts for Cash Challenge. This is an amazing 5-day challenge. I've had people go through the 5-day challenge, and as a result, they end up certified in SAM. They end up winning a proposal. They end up submitting a proposal. Because many out there, I get it. You're scared. You don't really know what to do. And you're like, can I really do this? So I'm putting that out here right now. And for those of you who are just joining, can you really win a contract in 90 days? The answer is yes. As I close all of my videos, I say everything is possible, and I firmly believe that. But I'm looking down because I'm adding a link to the chat. So this right here, I'm going to pin it. This is the executive seat. It is $97, 5 days, 5 hours with yours truly, Dr. Kizzy Parks, been awarded well over $70 million in federal government contracts. And I go over 5 different topics that are going to help you be able to close contracts for cash. So get ready. But before I go into all of the topics and everything that I cover in the challenge, and good evening to everybody. Shout out to everybody, to Chris, to Daniel, to Lisa, Girl Momentum, Mr. and Mrs. Silver Fox, Forex. Thank you all for being here. All my amazing subscribers, all of you who are watching live. Here we go. When it comes to federal government contracting, as well as state level government contracting, it boils down to a need. They have a need, like we need sticky notes. We need some kind of case, right? We need a camera, right? They need something. Just everyday things around the house. They may have a need for flowers, may have a need for light. They need something. They may need a person to do the thing. They may need staffing. So as long as you are able to provide the product and service and meet their criteria, you could easily win a contract in 90 days. Brandon Hendricks, who I interview on the channel, first time he bid, he won. $5 million contract. There are those who have privately emailed me. I got an email, I got a DM in my Instagram the other day. Hey, I followed your videos. I won my first contract. And these can range from thousands of dollars to millions of dollars. But I'm going to go over what those keys are that you must understand to be able to do that. Because winning is easy. Maintaining, having a profitable, long-term business, that's where people run into some issues. And I've been there. That's how I know. When I first started out 15 years ago, for those of you who may not know, I was a graduate research fellow at Patrick Space Force. Their name was Air Force at the time. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was funneled under a professor in Tennessee. I was getting paid. I thought, okay, this is great. And then I'll figure things out, get my big girl job, be Dr. Parks, and go on about my business. Well, I was given this opportunity to subcontract. And I thought, oh, this is great. I'm making about 6 figures. This is equivalent to what I would have made as an employee, right? I'm sure some of you can relate. And if this is something you can relate to, type yes in the comments. And it was cool. You know, it was nice. And then I started looking around within a couple months, and I was like, I don't want this. I don't want to be comfortable. I don't want to just get by. I want to really grow this. So then within about 5 months, I went from having a sole proprietorship, and then I created KPC and formed an S corporation. Because I was like, I want something bigger. I want to have hundreds of employees. I want to have a lot of contracts. I don't want to just have this one contract. Because what would happen if they decided they didn't want me anymore? What other work would I have? And I never wanted to have a job. There's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5. There's nothing wrong with having a salary. I think working for the federal government is one of the greatest things you can do because they offer a pension. But I didn't want any of that. And so I learned what it takes to have ongoing revenue. We'll share more about that. You can easily win. You can easily win. So anytime, for those of you who are watching live, you're watching replay, in case you see me look down, I'm just looking at my phone, looking at my notes. And again, thank you all for being here. In case you're new, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks. I've won over 70 million federal government contracts. This is the Kizzy Shopping Network, where I always provide something for you to help level up your business. Today's offer is our 5-day close contracts for cash challenge. Y'all, this challenge is not like an ordinary challenge. Not only do you get access to me, but for my ballers out there, I'm going to share with you what you get here in just one moment. Okay. So close contracts for cash. It's 5 days. We meet for the executive ticket, $97. I actually had somebody go through it twice. So this is something you can go through multiple times, because every time I do it, it's a little different. I've only done it 3 times. Every time I do this, it's for you. So I improve. And please know, I am taking questions, answers. I will get to those in just one moment. So I appreciate all of you in the comments. And I know all you amazing, amazing, amazing GovCon winners are there. So every day it's 1 hour going over content is what it is. Every single day going over content. I'm going to break this down. And this is new. This is new for you. And here's why it's new. Because I don't even, I haven't put this on, you'll notice it's not in the link. I haven't really advertised all of this. And the only reason for it is just simply because we continue to grow it. And I want it to be the best for you. Day number 1, the science of acquiring customers. You got to know what that is. You must know, what does it take to get clients in this government space. So I'm going to take a look here. And for those of you, my ballers out there, you want the recording. You want to be able to have bonuses. It's $297. And I'm going to drop that link here in just 1 second. So got some questions. Yeah, VIP is way better. Madi, love you, Madi. Shout out to you. Hello, Kizzy. Thank you for your videos. And these Sundays lives always come in at the right time. Awesome. What if all the contracts you win start at the same time? Ariane or Ariani or Ariana. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. It's a blessing. What was it? Drake, blessings on blessings on blessings. I've been listening to a lot of hip hop. I love hip hop, by the way. I don't know if y'all knew that. And the Lions. Hey, y'all, we gonna win that division. But I love hip hop. I love rap. But I've been listening to so much of it that I feel like I'm getting everybody mixed up. Unless it's Mona Lisa. That's definitely one of my favorite songs by Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar, because it reminds me of Miami so much. Blessings on blessings on blessings. That's what it is. As an entrepreneur, we figure it out. We always figure it out. There's never a time where we don't figure it out. We always figure it out. So I'm going to put the link here for those who want VIP. In my opinion, VIP always better. And the reason for it is you get a recording and you get 2 hours minimum of me for 5 days. So the first hour, you get to ask questions. And I promise you, I'm going to let you know, as we go through this challenge, I'm going to end up charging for people to ask questions. In this last challenge, I think we had 60 something paid seats, which I am blown away by. We just started this challenge 3 months ago, and we rarely talk about it. So I'm very blessed by that. But you get all of the recordings. For those of you who are interested in the 5-day close contracts for cash challenge, I just dropped the VIP link, just dropped that here. You get all the recordings. We also have a private Facebook group. You get extra bonuses. I went above and beyond. I gave out links. I think I gave out sample proposals. I mean, for $297, come on. I mean, this is a steal. So take advantage while you can. For those of you joining, in case you're like, who is this beauty with this curls? It's Dr. Kizzy Parks. Kizzy Parks here. Won over 70 million in government contracts. And let me know if you, Ariane, if you heard, if you felt that, right? You'll make it work. Cezlo said, awesome content. Thanks. Cyrus, been following you for maybe a year. First time chatting. I have a question. How do I get a vendor? How can I get pharmaceutical drugs for medical contracts? When it comes to pharmaceutical drugs, you must meet the requirement, which is a great segue because this whole purpose of today, in addition to answering your questions, making this amazing offer to each and every one of you, it's, can you really win a contract in 90 days? So let's take it back, right? Let's take it back. Let's look at that. Typically for pharmaceuticals, as with weapons, usually requires different certifications. So if you don't have those certifications, then you're not going to be able to provide it, right? So instead of offering pharmaceuticals, maybe you offer something else. Maybe you're offering the refrigerator to hold the pharmaceuticals. Maybe you're offering food. Maybe you're offering medical supplies. Who knows? But to win a contract, whether it's 90 days or it's 9 months or it's 120 months. Okay, maybe not 120 months, y'all. A year and a half or something. It's about, are you able to offer what the government wants, the way the government wants it, in order to win it? That's what's key, okay? So what you may want to do, perhaps, you identify government contractors who sell pharmaceuticals so you can learn from them, right? And then help them in some way. Then that way, you're getting paid, you're learning, and you can start your own business. That may be a move for you. Okay, great. I love all of this. So Chris, I'm sure FEMA will probably have some available emergencies in Florida after tropical storm. Yes. So for any and all of you who provide emergency services, products or services, make sure in sam.gov you've indicated you want to be considered. But I promise there's another step. Here's that step. Getting in front of the customer before the natural disaster. Because you want them to think of you. After the natural disaster has arrived, they may already know, okay, we have this company for roofing, we have this company for temporary housing, we have this company to provide water. So you want to get in front of them early so they think of you. But that's a really good point. Harish, this is my first time I joined, have some questions regarding contract. Okay, Harish, put them out here. Typically, for all of you who are new, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks, been awarded over $70 million government contracts. I'm usually on here an hour. I'll have to feel how long I want to stay. So I've been really taking advantage of this time of the year and just doing a little more things for myself. But I want to be here for you. I want to answer all of your questions. And so I will stay here until vast majority of your questions are answered. Just not over an hour. So are we all good here? If you hear that, if you understand that, just type yes so I know that you're on the same page with me. So post all of your questions. Okay, cool beans from Ariana. Let me keep looking at this. Is this avenue felon friendly? Okay, Sean. So I'm going to answer that in a second. Remember, I said close contracts for cash. How many days? 5 days. Day number 1, science of acquiring customers. You must understand, what does it take to get a federal government customer? When I first started out, I didn't know. I was like, okay, well, I'm smart. I offer diversity and inclusion. Okay, what do? I had no idea. And I don't want you to go through that. That's why I'm here. I don't want you to go through 10 years of not being where you could be because you don't have the information to find, bid, and win profitable contracts for each and every one of you. Whether you're a vet, you're woman-owned, you're new to government contracting, you've won a contract, you've won millions in contracts. You can always have more. There's nothing wrong with having more. We live in a society that tries to make us feel bad for wanting more, unless it's a buffet. or Riff Ruffles and Pringles and McDonald's. That's okay to have more of, but you want more money, you want more success, all of a sudden, oh, you're the devil, please. Number 2, day 2, government ready, meaning you are officially ready in all capacities to do work with the government. Just because you have a cage code does not mean you're ready. Just because you have a capability brief doesn't mean you're ready. So is this just going back to questions? And for those of you who are good, yes, I'm loving that you're hearing me. Thank you, Mary, Nilu, Lori, Albert. Thank you all. So again, the offer for today, VIP ticket for the closed contracts for cash. I'll put the link here again. It's $297. We're going to hold it in September. It's a great challenge to be part of. I've had people take it multiple times. We will hold it every single month. I don't foresee us discontinuing this anytime. There might come a time where I change the name, but I will honor your purchase, okay? Closed contracts for cash. You have the link there for VIP. For those of you like you're not into VIP, and that's cool. I respect that. I respect it. $97 for the executive ticket. It's pinned. You get 5 hours with me, and I go through amazing content, right? Day number 1, science of acquiring customers. Day number 2, government ready. For VIP, you get recordings, unlimited access, all of the bonuses. And because every group is different, the way I am is different, right? So you're getting at least 10 times your value, at least, okay? Just know that. So felon friendly. I think the best way to answer this, because my first inclination is to say yes, but it's like a yes and, or it depends. Can you win government contracts as a felon? Yes. There are situations where you were asked, do you have a felony? Do you owe the IRS? I think it may maybe have questions about child support or something of that nature. There are other questions that they may occasionally ask. And does that mean if you indicate that you're a felon, you're not going to win the work? Not necessarily. So I have a workaround. Oh, I didn't bring any water today. I may have to step out for some water, but hopefully I won't have to. But don't worry. One day I'm going to have a studio. I'm going to have somebody with water, and it's going to be amazing. So until then, I am a studio. So here's a way to go around that, is subcontracting. You can subcontract under a prime and you won't run into issues. Typically you won't. Thank you all for the hearts. Okay, says Lo, I'd like to hear about how to make the business sustainable, ongoing revenue. Let's dig into that, because today's session is about this video. Can you really win a contract in 90 days? The answer is yes. I firmly believe everything is possible. Is it necessarily going to be the kind of contract you exactly want? Maybe not, but there are tons of contracts you can win. For example, if the federal government wants 20 of these Sony cameras and you're able to provide these 20 Sony cameras, you have the money, you're able to get them, you are going to meet the criteria that they're looking for, why couldn't you win? Now, are you going to make a ton of money doing that? Maybe not. But you're going to make something, right? Is that going to give you enough to leave your 9 to 5? Of course not. Is that going to give you enough to be on a yacht? No. Is that going to give you enough for financial freedom? Of course it isn't. So how do you get to that point? The point of it is, number 1, you want multi-year contracts. Many of the government contracts are what's called a base plus 4. So it's 5 years. And for instance, a gentleman who I mentor, he has a contract for waste removal, debris removal. So he subs his work to Waste Management, the green and white company. They take care of all of the waste, and it's a 5-year contract. So every month he earns revenue for this contract. We have contracts, full-time equivalents. They're people doing the thing. So they're doing training, providing religious services, to providing admin services, and we invoice And every month we have monies coming in because of their work. Now, on the product side, it's a little different because how often does an agency need cameras? You're going to have to find a lot of different agencies who are going to also always want cameras. So maybe it's akin to having an Amazon store where you sell a variety of products. So maybe you're selling cameras and you're selling eggs and you're selling cheese and you're selling carpets and you're selling paint. Who knows? But what's key with the business model, you have to have ongoing revenues. Unless you're someone who's like, listen, I just want to win a couple things. And that's cool. If you want to win a couple things, there's no reason you can't win a couple things. You have to be honest with yourself. That's what's vital. And going back to the 5-day challenge, the VIP ticket, I cut and pasted it. I'm going to cut and paste the link for it again because VIP always better, $297. And during that 5-day challenge, day 1, science acquiring customers. Day 2, government ready. Day 3, leverage what you have. It's vital. Because many people think like, well, why would the government buy from me? What do I have that they want? You're a small business. More than likely, you're a small business. Leverage what you have. 25% of contracts are set aside for small businesses. Just keep that in mind. So I'm going back to the questions here. You all are amazing. In case you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at these amazing questions. Okay. Pre-ordered your book. Moses, and for everybody else, the book will come out end of September, early October. I appreciate your patience. I wanted it to come out like right around the official end of summer, right during the start of the first quarter of the next fiscal year. And, take full advantage of the bonuses. I may even add more bonuses. So be on the lookout. Okay. So I appreciate each and every one of you. And in case you're like, what book? winnerswaybook.com. winnerswaybook.com. And I'll also provide a link to the book here in just one second. winnerswaybook.com. This is a great opportunity to get a pre-order, winnerswaybook.com. And I appreciate you. We've had about, I think, 300, which to me, 300 is like having a million. I just am so grateful for each and every one of you for just investing in yourselves. That's what's key. We're taught to consume, get the latest phone, get the latest thing, get the latest jewelry, get the latest purse, get the latest car, go to the latest restaurant, eat out all the time, go to DoorDash, use Uber, but then you invest in yourself. It's like, whoa, hold up. Why are you buying that book? Why are you going to that course? Why are you doing all this? It's like to better yourself. That's what all of this is about. I do the same. I'm constantly investing in myself. So I would never ask you to do something that I don't do. Okay, y'all. So Nilu, I would take an opportunity to spend more time with Dr. Parks and learn. I'm one of her coaching clients, but I will sign up for this challenge and encourage everyone here to do the same. Oh, Nilu's amazing. She truly is. This is no BS. Nilu is crushing it because she's stepping out of her comfort zone. She's quickly learning and taking action. So can you really win a contract in 90 days? Yes. Are you ready to put in the action? If you're ready to take action, you put in the work, you put everything into action, you can easily win a contract in 90 days. I have to submit a proposal for tech contract. Where do I get proposal writing help or guidance? Anna, and this is for every one of you who asked. So I'm going to keep it real because that's who I am. For those of you who are like, dang, who is that? I know, Dr. Kizzy Parks, right? Over $70 million in contract. Woo! That confidence, right? So, okay, y'all. That means I'm getting a little tired. So, getting a little silly. Here's the deal. When it comes to a proposal, it's all about what does it take to win. So, proposal writers write proposals in a very similar way to painting. So bear with me. Y'all see the walls, right? It's like a white color. It's basically the wall, the color of the walls. So if I'm like, okay, cool, I could use a touch up. I'm just going to tell the painter, hey, come in here and just paint it the same color that it is. Because I don't have any paint, I don't have any swabs, I don't have anything like that. And he might come in here or she and say, okay, it's boom, boom, boom. They paint it. And maybe I notice later that day that the color in here doesn't match the color out there, although it's all the same color. Was it up to the painter to do that? No. I just said, paint my walls. I just wanted this color. And that's what you get from a proposal writer. They're just going to write you a proposal. They're not going to be concerned with, do you meet or exceed the evaluation criteria? They may not even know what that means. They're not going to be concerned with, is this something you should even bid on? They're not going to be concerned with helping you find resumes or getting a letter that says you're able to buy something, that you have permission to be an authorized reseller. You pay them to write a proposal. So I rarely refer a proposal writer, and I'm pondering offering something on Kizzy Shopping Network. If y'all think I should offer something on proposal writing, I don't know. I think the price point would be anywhere from maybe $97 to $497, where I break down like how to do a source of saw, how to do an RFP, how to do an RFI, how to do one for products, one for services, one for Unison, one for SAM.gov. And in case you're like, I don't know what any of these terms mean, that's okay. If you're interested in purchasing something around proposal writing from me, I would give you the templates. Just put yes in the chat. I'm just thinking about it because I've been burned. And so I paid a guy, I paid him like $15,000 to write this proposal and to do business development for me. Ask me, Dr. Parks, how much money did you win? Yep, that's right. Y'all know that much. It was the worst decision I ever made in my life. And he just took full advantage. But also I was in a position where anybody took advantage, and a lot of people took advantage of me. And that's the other reason I do this, because I don't want that to happen to you. Okay. So, okay, I know it was $15,000. It was crazy. It was crazy because he attended one event, and I remember somebody was like, oh, I met your BD guy. He really liked the wine. I was like, damn. Whew. But that's why I'm here. So you don't have to go through this. So you're not spending $15,000 because you think, oh, well, this person's a proposal writer, so I'm going to win this proposal because they know better. And on top of it, he was a retired colonel. This is not a dig against retired colonels or military members, so please don't think that. I'm just letting you know that we all start somewhere. We all go through our things, but the more we have, the more knowledge we have, the more we know, the more we do, the better we become. Okay? So please know that. My dad served in the military. My best friend is retired Army. So just realize that. Okay, I'm going back up to the questions, y'all. And for those of you just joining, Dr. Kizzy Parks, won over 70 million federal government contracts. Tonight's offer, close contracts for cash, 5-day challenge. Day 1, science of acquiring customers. Day 2, government ready. Day 3, leverage what you have. Day 4, science of the sell. And I have a special guest who comes in and talks all about the psychology of selling. He's amazing. So it's something that you get if you pay the $297 for a VIP. It is you get all the recordings when you do that. $297, you get all the recordings, you get bonuses. I mean, I've thrown in all different kinds of bonuses. So I'm going to put the link there in case you're wondering why I'm looking down. It's only because I am sending all this stuff to you. Additionally, you can feel free to pre-order my book, winnerswaybook.com, winnerswaybook.com. If you're like, listen, I want to pay $297, that's cool. $97. You're still going to get 10 times your investment. The executive ticket, 5 hours with me, an hour every day. Only VIP gets to ask me questions. And you get access to the recording for about 24 hours on a private Facebook group. So it's still a great deal. I'm going to go back up to this. So you can write proposal or help me write one. Should I book slot with you on your website? Anna, at this point in time, just keeping it real, we charge $5,000 for each proposal. So that's why I'm going to offer a different offering, okay? If you're cool with $5,000, send me an email at chat@kizzyparks.com and we'll send you an invoice. Hello, came on. When does the challenge start? Bobby, and for everybody here, the challenge starts in September. It'll probably be the last, like toward the end of September, okay? And I have them every month. Every single month I have one. and they evolve, they get better and better and better. We've had 3, and so just please keep that in mind. Does Uncle Sam pay on time? Yes. Typically, you're paid within 30 days. When you first get your contract, it may take 60 days just because there are some little nuances in the system. I'm looking at my questions here. I love this. Nilu, again, thank you so much for what you said. Marion, need to fulfill the requirement, finding something long-term. Yes. Girl, momentum. I'm working on an RFQ that's base plus 4. Does that mean pricing should change for the remaining 3 years? Usually you do what's called an escalation. So you can add anywhere from 1% to whatever percentage or no percentage. Sometimes if I really want to win, we don't add an escalation because then we'll just eat the escalation as the cost of doing business. Very similar to Walgreens. Listen, I'm trying to think. I ain't got no examples here, but I heard people like to shoplift baby formula. What else? Cigarettes. What else they take? Razors, you know? And so what has Walgreens done? Well, they'll put it behind the counter, right? They'll hire a security guard. They'll have those plastic things and you got to push the button and they're like, please provide assistance to aisle 7. And they come in with that weird key. So that's the cost of doing business, having the weird system, paying for the security guard, having additional people on staff. So that's how I look at all of this. And no need to say sorry to any of y'all here. BYL Wealth, can you bid on contracts if you owe personal income tax? Yeah, as long as you have a payment plan. It's a matter of you owe tax and you're trying to like not pay. That's the problem, right? Or you haven't, yeah, that's the biggest problem. Let's see what else. I'd like to, okay, got that. Owen Black, can subcontractors' past performance get over the hump if you have no past performance as prime? Can subcontractors pass? Yeah, you can definitely do that. You can get past performance by subcontracting or just by winning something. Kizzy, I got that, Moses. I mentioned the book comes out. For those of you pre-ordering the book, and thank you for the orders at winnerswaybook.com, just keep in mind it comes out the end of September, early October, okay? How and where do I got that one? What is the agreement between the private and subcontractor poverty SAR? It's called a teaming agreement. Typically, you will have a teaming agreement, and then once the work is won, you have a subcontract agreement that is issued to the sub by the prime. Can you review a solicitation for me? I know you're super busy. Woodland K9. You can send it to me, and it may be something I review live on my channel or on my Facebook group. So if you need to email, and just keep in mind, sometimes it takes us a little bit of time to get back. So don't think that, hey, she's BSing me on her email. That's not the case. Just feel free to email it. What I may do is just review it and put it online and just, be prepared for a very honest critique. Just letting you know. So for those of you just joining, this is Kizzy Shopping Network. Can you really win a proposal? Can you win? Y'all, I need time to go to bed soon. Can you really win a government contract in 90 days? Yes. And you got to put in the work. You got to know what it takes to win, and you got to be able to deliver. Period. And it's got to be something that the government's looking to buy. If you're somebody who offers mental health counseling to teens, I'm not sure how often the government's buying that. It doesn't mean you can't sell that. It's just that in 90 days, it's going to be quicker to sell janitorial, laundry services, training services, some kind of electronics. Okay, so just work with me. I'm going to answer some more questions and then get back to the 5-day challenge. That is our offer for today at the Kizzy Shopping Network. 5-day challenge, close contracts for cash, where day 1, science of acquiring customers. Day 2, government ready. Day 3, leverage what you have. Day 4, science of the sale with a special guest. Day 5, bid checklist for cash. It's amazing. For the executive ticket, which is pinned, it's $97. VIP always better. It's $297. You get a whole hour with me before we meet with the executive where you can ask any questions that you want. All the recordings are saved, plus you get bonuses for $297. I just received my cage codes. They're a fee to bid on contracts in state. SAN. With the federal government, no, it's free. At the state level, there's not a fee to bid. There are some states where you have to go through like a vendor link or you have to go through another platform. Typically, they tend to be free though. But just be careful because sometimes you may have to pay to gain access to a platform on the state level. Thank you, IRL, he says. I know it's popping, right? Looking good, looking good. Anna, what kind of contract could be purchased in 90 days? Possible get an IT contract, especially the only one under my LLC. Yes, you can get a contract if you're the only one under an LLC. So let me give you an example. There was an opportunity, I think the deadline passed, but it was for, I believe, the Navy. They wanted 2 part-time cyber people. It was like, let's say cyber engineer, cyber specialist. So that's something you could have bid on. It was a small business set aside. I think it lasted 8 months. And that's a perfect opportunity, right? So it all varies. Going on sam.gov will give you an idea. When calling a vendor, wealthy for you. When calling a vendor to get a quote for whatever your product is you're trying to sell on behalf of the government, what is the correct wording to say when calling to get actual pricing? This is where sales and persuasion comes in, and that's why I love the part of the science of the sell on day 4 in the closed contracts for cash challenge, because we talk a lot about that. What's important is that you come across like a partner, like kind of like you're doing them a favor, but also before you even get to picking up the phone or emailing them, look online to see if they're already doing work with the federal government. Because if they're already doing work with the federal government, why would they give you an accurate price quote? You're their competition. So just keep that in mind, okay? How do you negotiate payment to a subcontractor if work has been completed? Techie Tukafu. I totally messed that up. I think because I messed it up because I was thinking about Sukiana, because I love Sukiana. I love her. Anyways, I digress. So these are things that you should negotiate ahead of time. Before a subcontractor agrees to do the work, you should already have an independent contractor agreement signed by them. And you can get all this for free at gcwdocs.co. I'll put the link on here. gcwdocs.co. You want them to sign an independent contractor service agreement, and then you want to let them know how you're going to pay them. We pay vendors through PayPal and through bill.com. You could write a check, you could do ACH, but they need to be made aware how they're going to get paid, when they're going to get paid, as well as you want them to sign that independent contractor agreement, because you never want them to say, well, wait, hold up. I thought I was an employee. You never want that, okay? Never want that. So it's important to have all of this taken care of on the front end, and then depending on the value, you have a subcontract agreement for them. Okay, and providing that, there's a bunch of free documents, gcwdocs.co, are documents we use. Okay, what do sites like Unison and Dibs, does sites reach out to you? Yes, so Dawn, I can't really speak to Dibs. I'm very well aware of Dibs. I have not been on Dibs. I'm not registered in Dibs. It is not where we like to sell. So I always like to put that out there. Okay. There is a gentleman who reached out to me just recently who has won 2 contracts on Dibs. So I'm thinking about interviewing him because I think it's something we all need to hear about. How was he able to do that? Dawn, Unison. Unison is a government contractor. They want us to use their platform because we pay Unison a fee anytime we win. So yes, they will call. They recently called me from a number in Virginia, and they said, oh, I'm calling on behalf of Unison. There is this requirement for IT training, and I'm calling to see if you're bidding. That's what happened. So they'll do it. When you say bid, what do you mean? How do we know what they're willing to pay for the bid? When I say bid, I mean submit a proposal, respond to the solicitation, where you are writing it's like papers on papers, right? It's way thicker than this typically, but not always. You are creating a written proposal and submitting it electronically to the federal government. So on the federal government side, it's typically sent as an Excel, a PDF, a combination. State and local is a little different, but the federal government is usually emailed, PDF or Excel. You figure out what you charge based on several factors. There's a lot of factors based on, most importantly, what does it take to win? Secondly, what is it going to cost you? Third, what kind of profit can you put in order to win? So those are just some basics. As a bonus Kizzy strategy here on the Kizzy Shopping Network, tonight, talking about closed contracts for cash. Sorry, y'all, lost my train of thought. Bonus strategy is you can go online on sam.gov, fpds.gov to see what was paid in the past. For the most part, if it's something super unique, you may have to just kind of figure it out. And then here's another bonus strategy, y'all. When it comes to the federal government, you can email them and ask, you ready? Write this down. Get ready. Is there an incumbent? If so, what was the contract number and the contract value? And then they'll let you know. Then you're like, oh, wow, this is for 5-year janitorial service and the contract value is $57,000. You may say, heck, no, I ain't doing that. Or you may say, oh my gosh, okay, that's kind of cool. They only want the service once a month. I might make a couple $100s a month. This is cool. It gives me past performance. Why not? Because majority of people aren't going to bid on a janitorial contract that's $57,000 for 5 years. So your win rate is going to be higher because most people aren't going to want to go there. I didn't get the notification. What's up, Kizzy? Hey, Damien, just going through Kizzy Shopping Network. The offer for today, 5-day closed contracts for cash challenge. Day 5, bid checklist for cash. Day 4, science of the sell, special guest. Day 3, leverage what you have. Day 2, government ready. Day 1, science of acquiring customers. If you get the executive seat, that would be, it's $97 for that executive seat. If you want VIP, because VIP always better, it's $297, and you get to ask me questions for the first hour. You can ask me any question. Y'all want to know how much I weigh? I don't care. I'll tell you. I ain't got no problem with that. You get to ask me a bunch of questions. Because as the title says, can you win a government contract in 90 days? Yes, you really can. Of course, it's possible. Everything is possible. But there's things that go into it. So you get to ask a question. You get 2 hours because then you have the 1 hour with the bigger group. All of it's recorded. You get your own classroom. You get all the recordings. It's amazing what you get for $297. Come on. The link took me to the regular, not VIP. That's sorry, Nilu. Go to and I think I saw your email, Nilu. We'll upgrade you. We'll take care of it. The one that's pinned is executive. Here, I'm going to pin VIP because VIP always better. Hold on. Let me figure out how to do that. Just give me a second, y'all. Just give me a second. Replace pin message. There we go. VIP is pinned now. Not sure if you saw my question. What helps you read bids that are 35 to 50 pages long, start to finish? Female assassin. Okay. You are looking for, write this down. What is the evaluation criteria? Sometimes it's under, let's see, what would they put it under? Basis of award, evaluation criteria, evaluation. What is the evaluation criteria? That's first and foremost. That's the first thing you should read. If they say evaluation criteria is based on past performance, and if you don't have past performance or you can't make your past performance work, why bid? It's just not for you. That's okay. It's like dating. Like there's a lot of sexy men's out there, right? But then you got a wedding ring on, you ain't for me. I'm not down with that. Number 2. After you look at the evaluation criteria and you've accepted it, number 2 is, can you and do you want to do what they're asking you for? That's the second thing. It's usually under performance work statement or statement of work. Number 3, are you going to be able to deliver what they're looking for by the deadline? Is it just a quote? Is it a 3-volume document? Is it that they're looking for resumes? Are you going to be able to do this? And most importantly, if this is a product-based opportunity, where will the funds come from for you to sell the cameras, to sell the beans, to sell the eggs, to sell the cheese? Where are you getting the money? That's how you approach 30, 50-page document. Can individual experience be considered? Of course it can be. Of course, of course. What's the evaluation criteria? It says low. Everyone is different. Every single opportunity is different. Okay, what's an incumbent? Tiffany. And for everyone here, an incumbent is similar to politics. The incumbent is the person who is currently in the position. Like the current president, they are the incumbent. Your local city council people, incumbents. Your local senator, incumbent. State senator, incumbent. Those are the incumbents. Can incumbents lose? Of course they can. So that's what I mean by an incumbent. Okay, I'm still going through the questions. I'm probably going to come to an end soon. For those who's joining, my name is Dr. Kizzy Parks. Thank you all for being here. I'm so amazed by how many of you are here watching live, watching the replay. The offer for today, 5-day close contracts for cash challenge, $297 for VIP because VIP always better. I also have a $97 executive seat. So because these are just sales pages and you're probably like, what in the heck are y'all covering in this thing? For VIP, you get 2 hours a day, 1 hour Q&A with yours truly. And before you know it, because we've done this 3 times, pretty soon I'm going to have everybody charge $500 to be able to ask me questions. $297 for the recordings and $500. That's what's going to happen in the future. So just keep that in mind. So with the $297, you get 2 hours with me for 5 days, plus you get all the recordings and bonuses. For $97, for those of you who are like, listen, I'm going to pay $97. Listen, I respect that. I appreciate every single thing that you do, because here's the deal. You are still investing in you. That's what this is about. It's investing in you. The most important thing that we can ever do for ourselves is invest in ourselves. That's how we become better. And especially when it's with somebody who's been there and done that. I've been in this space for 15 years, won over 70 million in government contracts. I have 100 people who work for me at KPC. Okay, yes, Papoose. 0507, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification. Thank you for that. I always forget. Today is not the last day for the offer. It is not. I do plan on, due to popular demand, I will offer a proposal writing thing. Okay, it'll probably be maybe in 2 Kizzy shopping networks from now. I will offer you something. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. I don't want to curse too much on here. It's gonna be bad though. Like be bad with the A. Ooh, y'all, it's gonna be good. Okay. I just registered my LC, sole owner. I don't know anyone working under me. If I submit a proposal, nobody's. So Anna, for everybody here, if they're not asking you about employees, or if they're not asking you for an org chart, then you wouldn't show it. When it comes to the federal government, they let you know what they want, period. One of my coaching students just bid on a religious opportunity. It was predominantly based on pricing and a resume. That's it. I'm going to say it again. Pricing and a resume. That's it. So we'll find out the outcome very soon. Can subcontractor past performance get you over the hump? Yes. What's the difference between VIP and non-VIP? VIP, you get all the recordings and you can ask me questions. I got my cage ready to start bidding. My niche is fitness, parks, recreation, sports equipment. How do I get a mentor? What is your advice? Moses. Excuse me, Moses. I suggest you go on Unison and sam.gov to look to see if they're buying any sports equipment. Look into how you're going to fund the purchase of the sports equipment, because sports equipment tends to be on the expensive side. You want a mentor? Here you go. Sign up for the challenge. For those of you who are like, Kizzy, can you mentor me? Do you offer this? I'm not a community college. I'm like Harvard. You must apply. So take the challenge. That's the first way. $97, $297, because it also shows that you're dedicated and you're looking to invest in yourself. Because the people who I mentor, all the amazing people I mentor, are action takers. Because I'm an action taker. So just keep learning, which is also key. Okay. I'm working. Okay, got that. I'm just looking at the questions in case you're wondering why I'm looking down, or for those watching the replay. Of daughter, she's 17. Heck yeah, she can do it. As long as she has a company, there's no reason she couldn't. The closed contracts or cash is the 5-day challenge. Again, day 1, we cover the science of acquiring customers. For VIP, it's 2 hours. First hour is Q&A. Second hour is coaching. Day 2, government ready is what we cover. Day 3, leverage what you have. Day 4, science of the sell with a special guest. Day 5, bid checklist list for cash. So we hold it in September. It'll be toward the end of the month is when we plan on holding it. No, and no worries ever say sorry. I enjoy your videos a lot. Lions are terrible. Go Bears. Ugh. Okay. I mean, I do like the Bears, but terrible. Only Lions fans can talk about how terrible we are. But we ain't terrible this year. We're gonna win the division. Now what? What's the agreement between the prime and subcontract called again? It's a teaming agreement. How and where do you find proposals? So the best place this is what I suggest for those of you interested in anything around proposal writing, get that experience and learn and understand what it takes to win, then find a proposal writer who's able to deliver. So you can find them on Fiverr, Upwork. You can hire them off of like Indeed, things like that. Okay, I'm trying to see how to find contracts and subcontractors in a particular government agency. Is there a template for RFQ? Cherie, yes, I'll cover RFQ. There's for an RFQ request for a quote, it varies. Sometimes they'll say like they'll give you a form to complete, and it's very, very simple. One of my coaching students actually, get this, he took the pricing because he does a lot of middleman, or subcontracting, outsourcing. So he took the pricing that the vendor gave him and just put his business name on and submitted that, and he won. So every opportunity is different. I can't stress that enough. Every single opportunity is different, which is, in my opinion, what makes it really fun. And that's why, yes, you can win a contract in 90 days, as long as you're bidding on the things where you're able to do that. But it's also key is taking that action. Okay. Let's see here. You find contractors and subcontractors. There is, I believe it's Subnet. I'm not sure if it's subnet.gov. So here's the deal, y'all. There are these government websites that list prime contractors. It is a place to start, but just because somebody's on a list doesn't mean they're looking for you. It's like dating. Just because somebody is single doesn't mean they want to date you. No disrespect. It's just like, just keep that in mind. Here's the better way to do it is you find somebody off of LinkedIn or my Facebook group. Here, I'm going to put this in here. And you connect with them because we like to do business with people that we know, like, and trust. That's what's important to us. So going up to a stranger like, hey, can I subcontract to you? It's kind of weird. Also, on the Kizzy News Network, I do cover companies who are looking for subcontractors. So I'm going to provide to each and every one of you, in case you haven't joined, to please join my Facebook group. Okay? Please join my Facebook group. I'm putting the link here because it's a long name. Here, it's a long link. You got it. If people don't know or they don't have the experience, they have looked up certain things but are still unclear, free forum. Yes, IRL, he says, join my Facebook group. When is the last day to book a seat for the challenge? Usually we close it like a few days before. I'm just putting this out here now because this is the opportunity to take advantage of. I'm just putting it out there now. Might as well take care of it and do it early. And you never know. Maybe I throw in something free because you purchase VIP or you purchase executive. You never know. That's what's so great about the Kizzy Shopping Network. I love your energy. It's so positive and uplifting. That one guy over there. Yeah, I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. I try my best because there's no other way to be. We've all been through things in life. We could all share stories. Oh, my life was terrible. Oh no, mine was more terrible. I mean, I've heard some real terrible things. I've been through some terrible things. Okay, and what? I'm just gonna give up on life? Live a mediocre life? Look busted? No. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to be the best version of me because I know I'm a reflection of God. I know God is in me. I know He created me. And I know we're all very unique. And to be the best version of me, I have to keep working on me, having different mentors, taking different classes, going through things, exploring things that I didn't want to explore. Like recently, I went through an inner teen workshop. I have an altar to Teen Kizzy in the other room. I share this because I'm serious about this. I'm just not here in the Kizzy Shopping Network just to hustle you something because I'm trying to pay my rent. That's not how I operate. I do this because I understand the value of adding to your life, to investing in yourself. So I just put that out there. And thank you, Tiki Techie, for signing up. Okay, do you know if it's best to update your... No, don't update. I'm like, no. Never update your NAICS anytime you're applying for like 8A, service disabled, veteran owned, woman owned, any of that. I'm going to close here in a second. I love and adore each and every one of y'all. I really do want to make sure I got everything. Just download the docs and see independent contractor agreement. Okay. Listen, do me a favor. I'll email it to you because I'm not sure if I'll be able to quickly add it. So send me an email, chat@kizzyparks.com, and say, I didn't get the independent contractors service agreement. Okay? Just let me know. Okay, great. What else? Yeah, y'all, that's right. We're gonna win the division. Look. And I'm in my Michigan spot too. I'm in my Michigan summer home here. So listen, you better put some respect on my little sad lions. Been breaking my heart since I was a little girl. You know? Put some respect on my lions. Just wait till I get back to Miami. In the middle of Miami hotness, I'm going to have my Lions gear on. I'm going to do a Kizzy Shopping Network on a Sunday with all my Lions stuff on. I will. Okay. Let's see if there's any more questions. Again, I appreciate every single one of you for being here. My name is Dr. Kizzy Parks. Today's offer, Kizzy Shopping Network, 5-day challenge, close contracts for cash. Because can you really win a government contract in 90 days? You can, right? As long as you're selling what they need and you understand what it takes for you to win. That's what's vital. It's when it's like, oh, well, I offer, and it's something super specific. It's like, I don't know if they're going to really look to buy that. They're always buying janitorial, HVAC, electronics. They're always buying stuff like this. So if you're willing to sell it, to figure out funding, to find the person to do it. Sorry, y'all, to move my other lens. I got a new lens here, so I'm really excited for that. And I got my other lens. We keep growing here at the Kizzy Shopping Network. So, and thank you, Lori. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you, SPC, for being here. You're both so amazing and mean the most to me. Do we put money up front for products and services and wait to get reimbursed? RR Rod. So, let me give you a quick story. Okay? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this story? I know you're ready. If you're ready, put yes. Put yes in the chat. For watching replay, put yes in the chat. So just recently, a gentleman reached out and was like, oh my gosh, I'm a newbie. Thank you for my yeses. I made a critical mistake. I won a contract and it's for a product. I don't have any funding. What do I do? I said, you got to figure it out. There was a time when we had a contract with the National Guard and I needed all these things printed at Office Depot. It came to $5,000. I didn't have $5,000. I remember crying on the phone as my team member was at the Office Depot. And thank God, Office Depot had a very special store credit kind of offering. And so I was able to get a line of credit with Office Depot. So It sucks being in that position. It does, but you just got to figure it out. So it may be credit cards, it may be funding, it may be GoFundMe, maybe not no GoFundMe, friends and family, a line of credit, getting it from the vendor. That's the case when it comes to products. So keep that in mind, because if you're like, oh my gosh, I found a connect to get 50,000 pounds of butter. Do you have the money to pay for 50,000 pounds of butter? And if you do, cool. But if you don't, you never, ever, ever give a contract back. It's the worst thing you can ever do. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Oh, thank you, female assassin. She says, I haven't watched a movie in forever, but I watched War Dogs because you recommended it. Figure it out. It's a thing for sure. Yeah, I love that movie. It's a little older, but keep this in mind. The platform that they use is called FedBizOps. That's the platform I started on 15 years ago. FedBizOps has evolved to sam.gov, right? So the premise is still the same. You know, you strip away the illegal activities in that movie. The premise is still the same. And I will say this, some of the activities in that movie, for instance, when you see somebody pretending to be a contracting officer, these are things that real businesses do. Please don't do these type of things. I'm just letting you know these are things that real businesses do. Okay. Thank you all for wishing everybody success. I love and adore each and every one of you. I think this is a great kind of place to close. And so I'll close by saying this. Right now, you can pre-order my book, winnerswaybook.com. Get a bunch of free bonuses. They're amazing bonuses. The book will come out end of September, early October, okay? And feel free to share within your friends and family. End of September, early October is when it's going to come out. Next, close contracts for cash. It's my 5-day challenge. I have it every month. This is now the time to get it because we had over 60 people on the last challenge. I've only done 3 of these, and I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for investing in yourself. Whether it's a $7 download, it's gcwdocs.co, it's profitablecontracts.co /free for a free capability. Regardless of where you go, is you investing in yourself. I really appreciate it. Now's the time to take advantage because more than likely, the 5th time we do it, I'm going to have to charge $500 for people who want to ask me a question. So for $297 on my VIPs in the house, it's pinned. You get 2 hours with me. You get a whole hour of asking questions. Plus, you get all the recordings. For those of you that are like, no, I don't want to buy that. What's up, Don Jones? What's up? I have an executive seat for $97. You get 5 hours every single day with me. You do not get any recordings, but you get a private Facebook group. You get a lot of amazing content. It's still amazing. It's just, hey, I know personally, I'm just looking up because I want to share some more things with you guys. I know personally, there are times when I've done the $97 because I'm like, I don't really need the recordings. There are other times where I'm like, oh my God, I wish I had the recording. We do allow you to upgrade to pay the $200 even after the first day. So 5 days, science of acquiring customers is covered. Government ready is covered. Leverage what you have. Science of the sale. Bid checklist for cash. It's amazing. Okay. So please take full advantage of this. I've had many go through this challenge and win contracts without even going further with me. Because yes, there's an offer. Because just like you, I'm an entrepreneur, right? We're here to make money, period. Y'all know I love JT. And if in case you don't, and you're like, who is this beautiful woman? Dr. Kizzy Parks, won over 70 million in government contracts. Yes, I love JT, right? City girls. Y'all know. Y'all should know. Love her. Love Cardi. Love Flo Millie. Exact dates, Woodland K9. I believe it's the end of September is what we were shooting for. It's going to be around those dates because we were kind of going back and forth with things. I feel like the end of September is the best time for me. Can co-working area be used for registering the business? As long as it's physical address, as long as it exists, heck yeah, you can do that. And thank you, Don Jones, again for being there. D Jones 058. I love that. How business email? What would you recommend? Maybe you're referring to like what business email? Our backend is Gmail. That's just us. I have a PMP boot camp 1 week in September. I want to make sure the dates don't collide. Send an email, chat@kizzyparks.com. Melody or myself will respond to you. Chat@kizzyparks.com. That's for everyone here. So those of you who downloaded the documents, the free documents at gcwdocs.co, and you want the other extra document, just send us an email, okay? Challenge is starting tentatively September 25th. Thank you. Damn, Melody, look at you. Listen, let me give a hand. Y'all, I'm giving a round of applause to Melody. She's the hardest working woman out there for GovCon winners. She is out hustling. She may need to be on here. I appreciate you, Melody, so much. Really, really appreciate you. Okay, I'm going to answer one more thing, and then I got to get ready for bed. Matthew, what's up? Matthew's one of my VIP coaching students, crushing it over there. I'm so proud of you, Matthew. Oh my gosh, I feel so loved, and I'm so in love with each and every one of you. Okay, Josu from Saint Construction, love it, Saint Construction, looking to be a subcontractor to start off. Okay, so his NAICS code is 237310. So this is what I would suggest to you, Josu, is you find government contractors, especially small businesses who have contracts in the California area who are looking for somebody like you and to talk about what you provide. So if you haven't already, join my Facebook group. Feel free to share it. Look up companies. It's a great way to do that. I love that. I know Lori's undefeated too, y'all. I mean, I'm not trying to gloss over Lori. So Lori, don't think I'm glossing over you. Lori operates all my businesses. She is beyond rocket fuel. If it weren't for Lori, I wouldn't be here today. So Lori is my heart. She means the world to me. So I really appreciate that. So I love that. Damien put that there too. Can an employee government contract also bid for a contract independently? It depends. You got to ask for permission. It's better to ask for permission than forgiveness. Every agency is different. And for those of you who are in uniform, if you are an officer, I don't think you can do it at all. If you are enlisted, I believe you can. If you're a warrant officer, I'm not sure. So ask permission, because I never want any of my amazing military members or my amazing government employees to lose their job because you're trying to win a government contract. It sounds like you have one hell of a team with Lincoln. I have an amazing team. I got the best team ever. Hands down, the best team. Like, I will fight over my team. Like, for real. I speak like I fight all the time. Listen, come on. No, but for real, I will fight over my team, y'all. I'll fight over my team. Okay, I just want to double check all this. I think we got all this. Y'all are amazing. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to get ready for a very productive week. We have one more month left in this quarter. Take full advantage. Okay, whether you sign up for closed contracts or cash, 5-day challenge, you have VIP pinned. You have the executive seat for 97. Whether you are just out there bidding, what's key is this is the time. Bid, bid, bid. The government is looking to spend millions, right? And next fiscal year is an election year. So this is the time. Bid, bid, bid. So thank you, each and every one of you. Please join the first Facebook group. If you haven't, check out all that I have to offer. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button on this. Share the channel. I adore each and every one of you. And just be on the lookout. We have some really cool updates coming up in just a couple of days. So I'm going to go live sometime on Thursday because we're going to get more information about the whole 8A situation. So the Kizzy News Network, it might be a little later, but be on the lookout for Kizzy News Network. It's typically on Thursday. Kizzy Shopping Network is typically on Sunday. And then I try to go live whenever I can during the week. I have my regular content. I go live probably 3 to 4 times a week on my Facebook group. And I'm incorporating more lives on Instagram and, yes, TikTok. I have a lot of people on TikTok with government contracting, and I'm starting to incorporate more on LinkedIn. So just get ready. Especially come beginning of September, it is on. So what does that mean for all of you? Take full advantage. That's all it means. There's a plethora of information, whether you get it from me or from somebody else or from all of us. Get the information, put it into action. Get the information, put it into action. So I love and adore each and every one of you. Until next time, don't forget, y'all, everything is possible. I'm going to end this live. Don't forget, look at that. We got that end scene. You know, Go Lions. They better not listen. Don't be letting me down, Lions. Oh gosh, stressing a girl out. No, just kidding. I love you guys. Everything's possible.